I've always been more partial to handheld games. Maybe it's due to their pick-up and play nature, or maybe it's because I grew up in a household where the TV was always being used. Stupid family always hogging the TV. Nevertheless, the Game Boy Color holds a lot of positive memories for me. So in this top 5, I'm going to be recalling some of my favorite games from it. Now I just want to mention that I didn't actually own a lot of Game Boy Color games back then, so you might find this list a little interesting. So let's get to it. There's no denying that the Mega Man X games on the Super Nintendo are nothing short of fantastic. That's why I was excited about Mega Man Extreme, a spin-off based on the original games. Upon playing it, you're greeted with a well-presented game with great graphics and music. It's nice that some of the classic songs in the series were also included in 8-bit form, instead of replacing it all with new music. At first I was a bit skeptical of the controls, considering the limited number of buttons available on the Game Boy Color, but the necessary adjustments were made in this version, so that it felt like a seamless transition from old to new. I would say the gameplay feels like a hybrid of the original Mega Man and Mega Man X. If there's one thing I wish they left out of this game though, it's the cutscenes. Cutscenes, cutscenes, cutscenes. The original Mega Man X games didn't even have half as much as this game, and when the cutscenes did play, they were paced a lot better and usually got straight to the point, unlike in Mega Man Extreme where everything goes so slow. Come on, I want to spend my time shooting other robotic dudes. I don't want to go through this. Other than that, I still find Mega Man Extreme to be quite enjoyable. In the end, it's still great Mega Man fun brought to you in a portable package. An extreme package. When I was growing up, I never really found myself getting into the sport of tennis. I guess I was just way too occupied with stuff. Then, one day, I rented Mario Tennis and I was hooked instantly. I found myself enjoying it more than I expected to. Not only is it a tennis game, it's also a tennis RPG. That means you can create a character and practice in order to increase your skill and beat other opponents. Though, I have to say, this game didn't really change the fact that I suck at tennis, both in real life and in video games. I remember spending more time playing exhibition games as a kid, because the RPG part of the game for me was just simply too hard. Maybe it was my lack of tennis knowledge at the time, but the beginning drills in the game were just impossible for me. Well, I actually still can't beat them now, to be honest. I guess I just suck at tennis, but that doesn't stop me from having fun with this game. Whee! Tennis is fun! Yeah! Out of all the Game Boy Color games that I like, Pokemon Pinball is the one I can pick up and play anytime. It takes pinball and throws in the element of catching and training Pokemon. It sounds pretty simple, yet there's something about that extra element that makes it an extremely addicting experience every time I play it. Well, what else is there to say? It's Pokemon. It's pinball. It's a fun game. On to the next game! Back when I was a young kid in elementary school, collecting Pokemon cards was the thing to do. I was one of the many that was into the craze, and I also learned how to play the actual card game. Unfortunately, none of my friends actually played it, so the Pokemon trading card game was something that I never got to experience with anyone. But to my delight, the Pokemon trading card game was released on the Game Boy Color. Finally, I could enjoy the card game in a new form, instead of sitting around wishing I had someone to play with. Yeah, screw friends who don't want to play the best card game ever, the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy Color. Bleh, I bet they're all jealous. I'm really lonely. I have to say, one of the best parts of this game is actually the tutorial. This game is really good at teaching you all the ropes of the card game without skipping a beat. So if you know anyone that wants to learn about the card game itself, just refer them to this game. I could go on further about how awesome this game is, but I think the experience can be summed up at best just by going to the pause screen. Hell yes, I'm putting this game at number 1. Mario Golf is awesome. I've always had an interest in golf, especially when I was young, though my days of actually playing golf wasn't meant to be because, as you can see, I was never a morning person. So to get my golf fix, I went down a different avenue and started playing Mario Golf. Not only is this a golf game, it's also a golf RPG. Deja vu! Especially for a golf game, the music in this game is also quite melodic and upbeat. It keeps your head bobbing as you hit up those links. I don't know what it is, but there's also something about this game that makes it relaxing. Well, except when you're facing an opponent. That's when the game can get really intense. Mario Golf Montage!
So that's my top 5 favorite Game Boy Color games. I'm sure you're quite surprised with my selection. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts on the matter. What are your top 5 favorite Game Boy Color games? What's your favorite Game Boy Color game of all time? What should I pick up and play in the near future? What countdown should I do in the near future? Why not tell me I'm awesome because I love a certain game? Why not tell me to go die in a fire because I didn't play a certain game? I don't want to die in a fire. Whatever you want to say, I would love to know what your thoughts are. I don't know how to end this video.